students. So for today, I will just give you a brief discussion and explanation on what you will do for your home-based learning there at home about the topic
shapes. For this week, we will do the last objective for this chapter, which is actually to recognize nets of 3D shapes. Okay, so let's start by defining this word. Okay, the word net. Let's say net is actually it's a 2D pattern of a 3D shape that can be folded to form the figure or to form that particular 3D shape or polyhedron. Okay, now I will show you videos that will show you examples of nets of both pyramid and prism. Okay, so let's watch this.
Let's take a cube and dissect it. We will keep this one as the reference, take another cube exactly like this one and dissect it. By dissect, I mean that we will open the cube up along its edges. And what will we get if we open it up? Let's see. We can open the top face first. This looks like a box with its top face open. Then we can open the green face in the front. Then we drop the orange and the blue faces on the right. The faces that remain are the face to the left and the face behind. Next, we can drop the left face to the left, and then we drop the only remaining face behind. Now we have completely opened up the cube along its edges to get a two-dimensional shape like this. But what is this? What is it called? This is called the net of the solid. In this case, it's the net of a cube. A net is a diagram which shows what the solid will look like when it is opened along its edges and laid flat. The net, as we can see, is clearly two-dimensional. If we look at it from the top, it will look like this. The orange face is the face to the right, the blue face is the top face, the green face is the face in the front, the black face is the base, the purple one was on the one at the back, and the red one was on the left. Yes, all we did was open up the faces along the edges and we got the net of a solid. Now listen to the next question carefully. Does the net of this solid have to look exactly like this? Is this the only possible net of the cube? Maybe not. Let's see if we can open up the same cube differently. We open up the top face first along this edge. Then we open up the front face outwards towards the right. Then we make the side face fall towards the right. There are still two faces remaining, the purple one at the back and the red one to the left. So we drop the left face towards the left and the back face backwards. This is what we get. It's clearly different from the earlier one. To know how it's different, let's look at the top view. The top view will look like this. So drawing the net of a solid may result in different figures. It doesn't have to be the same. I'm sure you have understood the concept of a net by now. This is the figure of a triangular prism. It's a triangular prism because the two bases are triangles and the other faces are rectangular. If there were two rectangles as the bases, it would have been called a rectangular prism or a cuboid. Now let's try to draw the net of a triangular prism. Let's take its duplicate and dissect it. There are many ways in which we can open it up along its edges. We can start off by opening the rectangular face on the right. Then we can open up the rectangular face on its left. Then drop the two triangles to get this. This is the net of a triangular prism. And the top view will look like this. The yellow and the red rectangular faces are the faces to the right and the left of the prism. The black one is at the bottom. The green and the blue ones are the identical parallel faces in the front and the back. Remember, this is not the only possibility. Let's zoom out and see the different possibilities. The prism may be opened up to look like this. We can see that the position of the green triangle has changed. The prism can be opened up to look even like this. Let's zoom out and see another possibility. It might look like this. It all just depends on how you open it up. All these nets are possibilities for this prism. Here's a square pyramid. It's called a square pyramid because its base is a square and all other faces are triangles. one base and 4 triangles. If the base was a triangle, it would have been called a triangular pyramid. Forget this solid for now. I want you to try drawing the net of this solid. Give it a shot. Let's try drawing it using pen and paper. To make sure you cover all faces, it's a good idea to name them all. Let the square at the bottom be called B and the 4 triangular faces be called T1, T2, T3 and T4. The triangle in the front T1, the triangle at the right T2, the triangle behind T3 and the triangle to the left T4. To draw its net, let's draw its base first. We draw a square like this and name it B. And now it's pretty simple. There is a triangle attached to each side of the base. Opening up the 4 triangles along the sides of the base will give us this. 4 triangles attached to each edge of the square. This is the net of a square pyramid.
Alright, okay. So let's try to do the let's practice on your pupils book. I want you to do numbers 1 and 2 of page 37 of your pupils book, and then forget to write your name and then your class and then send it to your homeroom teacher.
That's all for today. I'll see you again next week. Have a great day and keep safe everyone.